Thanks, Joe. Ewan fourth in the championship coming into this one. The grid, which is by draw, sees Ivor Greenwood on the front rank, Billy Waite next with Paul Mackay and John Patterson on row 2, Paul O'Brien and LJ Annand on the third row. Remember, it's reversed for race number 2. Kyle Reid gets it sideways coming out of the corner. The lights are on, ready for our rolling start. Duncan Vincent getting some heat into the tyres you saw there in the dark grey number 7 car. Lights on, up to the line they come, out go the lights. Ivor Greenwood in the white and blue 37 is there. Great start by Billy Waite. John Patterson in blue 3 comes up the inside. Paul O'Brien is through into third place. Ivor Greenwood about to be passed by Paul Mackay in the orange, white and blue car. Billy Waite down to second. John Patterson having an absolute flyer. He's through into lead. Through the chicane, so Patterson, 6 career wins for him in the championship. Paul O'Brien goes, well, I was about to say, goes through into second place, but Billy Waite had the better line through Clark. It's Ivor Greenwood still there in 4th place. Here comes Pat. You can see from this shot the dry line as offline down the inside of Ivor Greenwood goes Robbie Burgoyne, makes the pass. Ewan Mackay trying to come through in 81. There in car number 5 is Kyle Reid, who of course also races in the Scottish Mini Cooper Cup. And we're on board with Vincent Black Lightning. Duncan Vincent coming through on the inside of Ivor Greenwood as well, shaping up to pass the 81 of Ewan Mackay. And he goes through. Robbie Burgoyne is going to be the next target. Down Duffus in towards Scotsman. Dunn not defensive at all, so he doesn't feel the position to threaten as he goes through Scotsman corner. Here's the look back from the car in front. Robbie Burgoyne, there is Duncan in 7, chasing hard. So a cracking start to our 3rd race meeting of the season. Championship led by David Hunter on 1100 points, followed by John Patterson, who leads the race here. Duncan Vincent absolutely flying and nearly got a couple of wheels on the grass to pass Robbie Burgoyne. He goes through. Billy Waite is going to be the next one. Ewan Mackay is coming up in 81. Duncan Vincent 5th in the championship. We're on board with him. Ewan goes through past Billy Waite and up the hill. It's the Mackay team car. It's 5th overall in the championship, 6th in the championship, and leading the team championship ahead of David Newell, who's 7th in the table. Burgoyne and Mackay side by side, but Duncan Vincent back in front. He's on a little bit of a mission here, Duncan. And up into 3rd place at the moment. John Patterson and Paul O'Brien up front. Through the chicane we go. Here's the view back from Robbie Burgoyne, the former rookie champion. Ewan Mackay dives to the inside, through Clark, side by side. Oh, a little bit of a drift down the back end, goes out. Taps Robbie Burgoyne. Ewan's off it, unsettled the car, he's into the dirt, he rejoins. Gary Waite's gone past, loads of cars have gone past. Now, one of the significant cars coming through, the blue car with the black and white checker, is ex-champion Ben Mason returning to racing. The 2005, 2006, 2007 champion in 22. If you look closely, you'll see the mascot on the back of the car. We very much, of course, missed Napoleon the Pig this year with Gerard McCosh retiring, but we've got Roger the Rasta back as we look back at car number 5. Kyle Reid piling the pressure on, and talking of returnees, it would be very remiss of me if I didn't mention Darren Galton coming back to racing as well. He's raced in Nationals and Scottish Legends before. It's great to see the Bristol-based driver Darren Galton back on the grid with Ben Mason. He's in car number 8, all the way down the order at the moment, but good to see him there nonetheless. Robbie Burgoyne goes through, then Kyle Reid. Billy Waite coming under a bit of pressure now. Waite leaves the door open. Ben Mason in 22 is going to come through as well. It's been a while, I can't remember the last race that Ben had, but he has taken 74 career wins, 70 fastest laps, and 125 times, no less, stood on the Legends podium. David Hunter, the championship leader in the grey machine ahead of Billy Waite. Dennis the Menace on the back of his car. Just about to see Roger the Rasta there on the 22 car. Here we come up over the line again. Robbie Burgoyne goes through. Then it's Kyle Reid. Ben Mason looks at the inside line here of Billy Waite. And Mason's made it through. Of course, he's got new drivers that he hasn't raced against before, the likes of David Hunter. I'm pretty sure he hasn't raced against David Hunter. I don't think he's raced against John Patterson, who's out front in this one. It's Duncan Vincent in car 7 who's got the fastest lap of the race. He's in 3rd place. And this is Kyle Reid. What a versatile racer Kyle is. Of course, racing in the Celtic Speed Scottish Mini Cooper Cup as well, the front-wheel drive cars, and he switches to rear-wheel drive, no problems at all. All he wants to be is out there and racing. He's doing a grand job of things at the moment, Kyle. There's Robbie Burgoyne, Kyle Reid chasing him, the white and green car, immaculate livery. Then David Hunter, slender points lead in the championship, followed by Ben Mason. Paul Mackay in 31, Ewan goes wide, Paul's got up the inside, Ewan getting a bit squirrely. Billy Waite goes through as well. Back up towards the front, and through into the lead goes Paul O'Brien. So Paul O'Brien leads from John Patterson down at Scotsman. So the Irishman, with the Scotsman following, we just need an Englishman or a Welshman before we can walk into a bar, but it's O'Brien who leads this one. Wee Pat comes offline, looks down the inside onto the damp part of the circuit and goes through the inside of Clark. Now is there more momentum here from Paul O'Brien to try and fight back? I'm not sure whether Pop's going to be able to do it. He gets to the outside line as they come through his lots. They're side by side. Cracking piece of Legends Racing. Duncan Vincent trying to get on terms with them. If they carry on squabbling like this, they might slow each other up enough for Dunk to join in the battle. But as I say, he's the fastest man on track anyway, so he could close that gap. Up the hill we go again. Wee Pat back in the lead. Paul O'Brien second. Across the line they go again, and you can see Paul right on the inside line there, kicking up the spray and goes through back into the lead. What a cracking piece of Legends Racing, and Patterson's got all the work to do again. Here's the onboard, a little bit askew, adds a little bit of atmosphere to it, I guess. This might be how it looks in the bar after a few drams. But Wee Pat running well out of the chicane, coming down into Clark. Is he going to go for the inside line like he did before? Well, Paul O'Brien's mindful of that, goes across, gets semi-defensive, clips the curb. Car's all in good order at the moment, does the right bit of curb on the left-hand side of the circuit as well, just enough. And here comes Patterson, who's getting a run, comes out of the slipstream, looks to the outside as they come down into the hairpin, side by side, little bit of back end coming away from Paul O'Brien. He runs wide on the exit. John Patterson climbing up the hill, and here comes Duncan Vincent, and they're coming up towards the last lap board. The board's being shown, and it's Paul O'Brien in the lead on this one from John Patterson. What's Patterson got in reserve? Over to the left-hand side, the outside of the circuit. Down through Douglas, on the curbs first part, curbs the second part. O'Brien leads down into Scotsman. Reasonably defensive, takes the curb there, drifts out wide. John Patterson still second. Is Duncan Vincent close enough to have a nibble at these two? I don't think he is. He's still got the fastest lap, but it's Paul O'Brien who looks handy here. Patterson gets a good run out of the chicane, and they're climbing up towards Clark Corners. He looks to the inside, too far back. O'Brien's hanging on. It's a wheel over the curb. Patterson throws the car out of Clark and onto Hislop's for the last time. This has been a great race. Patterson's led it on a couple of occasions. O'Brien's fought back. Here comes Wee Pat once again on the outside line, side by side into the hairpin, but he can't do it, and Paul O'Brien hangs on to the lead. But Pat's going to have a quick look up the inside. It's going to be about the run to the beat. Patterson's doing it. The checkered flag's ready. Side by side, Patterson just takes it by 0.02 of a second from Paul O'Brien. Duncan Vincent in third. Ben Mason takes fourth on his return to the Formula. David Hunter next from Kyle Reid, Paul Mackay 7th, Robbie Burgoyne 8th from Ewan Mackay, then Billy Waite and Scott Hines. Gary Falconer next.